Truth is defined as the quality or state of being true, in that which is true or in accordance with fact or reality, a fact or belief that is accepted as true. While some scholars like Friedrich Nietzsche argue that there is no fact, only interpretation. So in that spirit, my interpretation of everyone here today is that we are all present in this space. In truth, at this very moment, someone may be contemplating what it is that they'll cook or eat for dinner later. Someone else may be sitting among us processing their day because for them today was just simply a hard day. And someone else may be sitting here all together daydreaming, and it's likely that they'll miss a few things I'm gonna say. And yet and still, I'll stand before you for the next 7 minutes or so and speak to you with whole conviction that we are all present in this space. We operate in our own truth. We live our lives by it. And ironically, it is through these uniquely developed truths that we also share one common world. In my work with young people, who I call my children, every young person I call my child, I am constantly learning of the differences in the truth that we each hold, that our realities, in fact, even if only by interpretation, are different. Like my nephew, for example. As a 7-year-old boy, he was positively excited by fire engines and police sirens. The first time I felt him jump with true joy and excitement in my arms at the sight of the lights and the sirens, this feeling of worry overcame me. I was worried for what I would say to him when my truth met with his. My child's eyes lit up broad daylight as he watched incandescent red and blues rip through the summer afternoon. I wish he could understand. Because if he could, I would tell him, one day you will know them all too well. Never run out of fear. Fight only when the war is worth far more than the battle, and stand upright, son. Never let them catch you lurking in the shadows. But instead, I leaned him over my arm. I kissed him into laughter, and I tickled him into tears as mine fell over this beautiful brown face that would one day burden him. How do I tell him? How do I tell him that he was born with a big, blood-red target burned in his back, live rounds strapped to his new soul, cold, trapped behind his father's inherent eyes, statistically either dead or in jail by age 25? How do I tell my child? How do I tell my child to steer clear of the night? There isn't any streetlight bright enough to cast halos over any man, be him black or blue. These angels can't protect you. God, let it not be his shoe, soul turned up in the street, gunned down by those intended to gatekeep. This cannot be God's kingdom. And our skies are painted with colors combined, intended for royalty, and in turn, we are begetting counterfeit kings and queens. Pray with me, villagers, as we brave the wilds of reality TV and mindless symphonies teaching our babies how to Dougie when they can barely even read. And now rioting and looting is misconceived as protest and prayer requests. Or these prayer vigils our very best. Look my son in the face and tell him he won't be the next. Michael Brown, Black Star gunned down. Oscar Grant just trying to get home. It was someone's truth that Stephon Clark's phone was a gun. So there is no excitement, there is no fun, but my truth has to meet with that of my son. Just those two realities are enough to provide an understanding for how someone's truth may impact the world. But understanding just simply implies an awareness. And awareness is just not enough. There is another conversation that needs to take place. Dear case number 2010Y. No one will understand you, but they will speak for you. They will speak for you from beyond borders of bullet markers and beyond caution tape. They will discuss your fate. And, as untimely as it may seem, they will blame your sordid lifestyle as evident by your baggy jeans, brightly colored kicks, oversized hoodie. They will have expected that this would be your end. The sight of your body lying lifeless in a vacant field, fists clenched, does not surprise them. A death merely conducive to a life that was being lived. They will find your body breaking in the Birmingham dawn. Only fingerprints and stereotypes to go on, ashes to ash, dried over bloody knuckles, dust to dust kicked up over your forehead. They will have notified your mother by sunset. The first 48 will come and go, and there will be no taking custody of suspects. Dear case number 2010Y, had you known? Would you have stepped from beneath the covering with which God was gracing your home? Or would you have still ironically kissed your mother and told her you'd be home by dawn? Deferred dreams of a superstar gone wrong. Rap on. Rigor mortis sets in on a stranger's lawn. Clap on. Everybody saw his face. He didn't even have the courtesy to put a mask on. Now, snitches. Snitches aren't trying to get stitched up. They keep their lips zipped up even after the casket is sealed shut. There is no loyalty in this Birmingham dusk, I told you. Stop shooting down stars to illuminate your daydreams. Baby, I know that bright ideas come far and few between here, and they still shine. And someone stole yours, reduced your memory into words and lines. Dear case number 2010Y. No one will understand you. They will speak for you over sprays of bleeding hearts and impews with sunflowers clasped in hand, hoping to give you back just a little bit of your shine. I just wish this letter could have given you a little more time. But once we've gained an understanding of another's truth, what do we do with it? The next natural space seems to move into tolerance. But to tolerate someone's truth is simply to allow it, and allowing another's truth still leaves room for conflict. What if everyone today moved from a space of understanding and tolerance, but into a space of acknowledgement and recognition? To acknowledge another's truth is to send a heartfelt communication that their truth is not just seen, but is accepted as a fact. And recognition in and of itself is action-based. I challenge everyone today to move into a space where we hold our truth, but we carry others with us. Into a space where we recognize one's operation in their truth, so that we can all share the world just a little bit better.